or running adverts with Facebook, or we'll get £30 given to us to run stuff. But so I've seen a few friends that have done that, not actually in Beachbody business, but actually in other sort of friends that I know who run their own business. Yeah. And so I wonder how well it sort of works. I suppose, I don't know, it's different for everybody, I guess, really, but I just know definitely Instagram stories has worked better. Instagram stories and Instagram has worked better for cold market people. Right. I don't know why. I think it's just easy to connect, and you're sort of, it's much more visual and stuff. So yeah. Definitely like Instagram.
It's absolutely easier to connect. And the reason is because like a Facebook post or a YouTube video is like a pre-planned, you put a lot of thought into it and you prepare it and you put it out there. Instagram stories for the most part is just like real life. You're just in the moment.
Yeah.
And recording it. And so people can really see like what life is really like.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah, totally. I love it. It's really good.
And I'm moving away from the idea of coach sneak peeks completely in the, or the coach apprentice groups completely, in the fact that we can, I'm working on seeing how it works for me first, and I can help teach you guys. But just basically showing people what we do as a coach through stories.
Yeah.
So throughout the day, I'm like, hey, I'm about to do my workout. I'm not feeling, just like what it's really like. Do my workout. And then like whenever I see inside of the fitness accountability group we have that we started in the UK, or my 80-day obsession challenge group, when anyone posts a transformation photo as well, I put a story on it. Like I show my screen, I'm like, hey, check out, Sammy's progress from the past, 71 days, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So it gives people, basically giving them that sneak peek throughout the day.
Yeah.
Of what you do as a coach.
Yeah.
Kind of help them see that it's not that.
Yeah, I think it's good. I suppose also it's a kind of, it's a bit more, it's subtle, but it's, I don't know. It's not information overload either, is it? It's just picking up little bits of it in real life and how it fits in. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Good idea. I'm going to start doing.
Awesome.
I'm going to do it.
Yes, we're going to do it. Well, I'm going to do a little activity with you guys. I have a call at 12:40, like I said, with this person from Instagram. I just saw, who is the new person we have on here? Helsley, 18. If you're there, tell us who you are, because we want to talk with you as well. So we have Froso, Sammy, Juliana, and myself. What I want to do is, if you have a pen and paper, great. If not, hey. Hi, how are you?
I'm Randy. I'm from Heather's team.
Awesome. Good to see you, Randy.
Thanks. Good to see you too.
You live in Utah? Where did
Yep.
where do you live?
Yep, in Logan, Utah is where I'm from.
Okay, excellent. You have a great leader. Heather's awesome.
She is. She's really great. So this is my first time joining your call, so I'm excited.
Cool. We're just doing I wanted to move away from just getting on and teaching and preaching stuff to just getting to know you guys better, working one-on-one with whoever can come on during the team call time. So we're happy that you're here. I want to do a little assignment where we're going to share amongst ourselves. And so we're going to answer two questions. I want you to write them out or at least think about them so that you could share them with us. And I'm going to teach you why. The reason why they call it social learning, I talked about it last week. The number one way for you to learn something, I know, Sammy, you as a nurse have probably seen this when you see a new nurse come in and you got to teach them. The number one way for them to learn is you could sit there at the nurse station and tell them. But until they actually apply what you tell them or teach it to someone else, that's when they learn it. So what we're going to do, social learning is basically when you learn something, as soon as you can, teach that to somebody else, because then it becomes more ingrained in you. You learn it better actually when you can teach it to somebody else. So what we're going to do is we're going to answer these two questions. Number one, and I'll do it as well. What is your dream? Okay. I want you, and when you start talking or start writing right now, you can start writing, write everything. It doesn't have to be in order. Like, this is what I want first, this is what I want second. It could be, I want love. I want a healthy family. I want, whatever it is you want. I want my dream house. I want to drive this car. I want another kid. I want my first child. I want whatever it is that you want. Write it down. Sammy and I are like, no more. 5 is good for me. So write out what your dream is. That's the first thing. I'm going to let you guys write for just a minute, and I'm going to write as well. Just start writing, and then I'll give you the second one. And whoever's watching this recording as well later, we also want you to pause and write this. Okay, and the next question, you can write it down, and then you can continue on, and you can continue writing your goal, your dreams, your goals. The next thing is, what are the 3 biggest, boldest actions that will move you towards those goals? Okay. So what are the 3 biggest, boldest acts or actions that will move you towards that goal? I need some like inspirational classical music, but I don't want to get a copyright on our team call. And dream big. Don't limit yourself to what you think you're capable of. Like, what do you actually want in your life? Not what you think you deserve because of past mistakes, but what do you actually want? Okay. I know I didn't give you very much time, but we're going to start right now. If you have ideas, one thing that we're going to do is we're going to start with one of you guys. You're going to share. And I want you to do it in 3 minutes or less. Try to do it in 3 minutes so that we all have a chance. And let's say Froso is going to go first. As Froso is sharing, or we'll give Sammy first. Sammy's going to go first. As Sammy's sharing, if she says something like, oh, I want that too, like don't be afraid to steal her idea or put it down on your list as well, because we can learn a lot from other people. What they want can sometimes align with what we want as well. So, Sammy, I'm going to give you the opportunity to go first. I unmuted you. Okay. And remember, Froso, Randy, Juliana, write down ideas as Sammy shares. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we're just starting. You can continue it after the call as well. So what is your dream?
So my ultimate dream is, to have no financial worries. That's my ultimate dream. Yeah. That would be, sort of no financial worries, continued health of my family, and I don't know what else. So, I guess it's finding the fulfillment that I desire doing this. This is something I committed to, and I want to be successful doing this. And I want to find that, I sort of, it's not that I desire, to feel the sort of rewards of success, but I that's what I hope to do. I'm not doing this for any other reason than to I've committed to this to be successful and to share this with others. It's not, I don't see this as something that's just about me. I want to share what I've learned and how I feel with other people. And I think maybe that's just part of my personality, but often what makes me happy is seeing other people happy, fulfilled. So that's kind of a big part of it, maybe. But yeah, I mean, I have lots of dreams with this to be, I want this to be big. I want it to be a big thing.
Awesome. I love that. So if you don't mind, I'm going to intervene and ask you some questions sometimes.
Okay.
I want you, and you don't have to do it right now. These are some things I want you to do. I want you to, you say have no financial worries.
Yeah.
Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income. Each individual coach's income is based on their own hard work, diligence, and effort and skill, right? One thing I want you to know, like, it's going to be important. I want you to write out, not right now, what have no financial worries actually means. Is there a number to that? Is there some sort of significance specific to that? Because what I want you to understand, 3 years ago, we made our first $1 million in a year, and I had more financial worries than I ever thought before. I love to give. I provided a full-time income for my mom. I provided a full-time income for my dad. We got vacation rentals that are on mortgages. So there's more money going out. We're paying $300,000+ in taxes. That's like way more financial worry per se over making my $35,000. They take the taxes out. I get my paycheck. I pay the mortgage, light, electric bill, and groceries. So I want you to really understand what financial worry means to you so that you can understand what you want and how you're going to, in the future, manage that success that you're going to create by on making this a big thing and seeing other people succeed. Because that's your core from what I can see, right?
Yeah.
See people change. So set some financial goals, but also set some intentions of like what you want to do with that so that you don't have worries about it in the future. So you have a plan with what you're going to do with it in the future.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that. And then the second question for your part was, what are the 3 biggest acts that you need to do to take you to that goal?
So the top one is, organization. So I've spent a long time sort of trying to organize this around what can be quite a busy life. And I know we're all busy, so I'm not using that as an excuse, but how I realistically, fit this all in. And I've spent a long time doing that, and I am doing that, I'm achieving that, but I need to be better. And I think part of that is still perhaps being very specific about what my goals are, not just overall goals, but goals, or maybe, sort of daily intentions, weekly intentions, monthly. So I think I have to be better at that, which I'm aware of and I'm working on. But even like doing this now, you can see that there is still things that I'm improving on. But I think it's been a big learning curve, and that's good. So generally organize, and then it's the discipline to see those things through. So I think the discipline and being disciplined and is a second thing. And the third thing, I hadn't actually got there when we sort of sort of the time was up. And I can't quite think at the moment, but I could come back to that. I don't know what that would be. Maybe I think I have now, but maybe it's some degree of courage, I guess. It still takes a lot of courage to do some of these things, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'll be there in a minute. That's one of my babies, so I'll be off in a second. Maybe it's courage. Maybe it's just still some courage to do those things. Hi, darling. Hi. Yeah. I'm just chatting.
Okay. Awesome. Well, we'll move on. I wrote those down. I love that you shared those with us. Be more organized and more specific with what you want in your goals.
Yeah.
Be disciplined to see those things through and have more courage. I think courage is going to be a great thing because we're talking about goals. When you start putting your goals out to the world, like we're just talking in the team right here, right?
Yeah.
Some people will see it on YouTube, right? They'll see it on the
Yeah.
recording. But also when you start talking about them publicly or on Instagram or on your own team call trainings that you're going to lead in the future, you're going to have people that are going to think it's not okay to set big goals or to talk about what you want to accomplish and try to bring you down. So that's going to take courage to say those things publicly, right? Because you have to put those out to the world, to the universe, in order to begin visualizing them and working towards them, or being able to attract the people that will help you get to those goals. So you have to, they call it the success tax. The success tax, being able to deal with the people that aren't okay with you and creating the success that you want to create for yourself. Okay, awesome. Randy, do you want to go? Sorry. I'll let you do it.
We can't have
My daughter downstairs, so she's kind of loud too.
Oh, that's all right. I got some screaming out there too.
So it's funny because my number one thing was just like Sammy said, is feeling financially ahead. And so what she was saying and what you were guiding her with is what I'm going to start doing. But financially ahead, my specific thing was that I do still have some student loans that I want to pay off. And I would also love to, get probably our biggest thing is our house payment. So I'd like to pay off my mortgage. Those are my two biggest things. So those were on my list for number one. But my second goal, or like my dream, is to be able to have time to do what I want to do. Right now, I am working full time as a medical assistant in rad tech, and I love my job. I love the healthcare field, but as I'm getting more into this, I realize a love that I have for fitness and helping others and health, and especially where I'm on my own journey too. I'm starting to get back, for a while, I let life get a hold of me. I wasn't working out. I wasn't eating healthy. And it feels so good to start getting back on track. And so I want to help others get back on track too. Because I think especially, I know that men do this with it as well, but women, we tend to be a little bit more harder on ourselves. And I want to help those women that are feeling down or having a hard time with their fitness and health goals. I really want to help them get back into the routine, just as Heather, my coach, she's really helped me with that. And I thank her for that, because it took her inviting me. And that takes me to the next one, is I really want to have courage to invite people to it. It's taking me a little bit to do that, or I feel hesitant, like, oh, well, maybe they'll just be annoyed by me. But if we don't invite people, then nothing's going to happen. And so that's courage, and inviting people is like the biggest thing for me right now as a coach. I got to get past that fear.
Awesome. Okay, so those are some of your dreams. So the three things that you need to do to make this happen. One was courage.
I was having a hard time coming up with them. I like what Sammy said, is being organized. And I guess getting courage, would be getting over fear. Being steady.
Steady, perfect.
I want to be steady in what I'm doing. I would say that's what I need to do.
I love that.
Yeah.
You could also put Sammy and Randy on organize is also the word could be focused, like focused and intentional about what you're doing with your time when you are a coach or working on yourself. I know that's one thing that helps me before this call, before I do any video that I do, like I close my eyes and I set my intention. Like I bounce in place, and it might be kind of weird, and I talk to myself. And I just set the intention for what I want to happen in that phone call or in that video. So if you do that, even in the morning, you can come out and then you can be like, okay, this is where I need to focus. This is what I need to focus on today. And then you could write out a to-do list for that day based on what you know you need to focus on. Okay, let's go to Juliana. I'll unmute you because it looks like you got the phone set a little ways away and you look cozy, so I got you. There you go.
Doing my best. It's a little chilly.
Okay, Juliana.
So it seems like we all have kind of like the same things to an extent. For me, I would say my biggest dreams, the things that I wrote down, the first and top of the list is to live a long and healthy, happy life. And I say that because I've watched my parents both struggle with their health. I've watched several family members, and my uncle recently just passed last week from cirrhosis of the liver. And that boils down to not taking care of yourself and not treating yourself the way that, you need to. And it was just like a wake-up call for me. I've been in this place where I'm kind of just like trying to figure everything out. We moved out of our apartment and into my in-laws' house. And it's not that we're not welcome here, and it's not that we don't have our own space. It's just a little difficult to fit your life into someone else's. And so to an extent, I've used it as an excuse these past few weeks, and I've allowed it to hold me back where I want to go. So being aware of that, I think, is very helpful. And I'm trying to find some ways to work around that, fitting myself into a new space. And feeling good about where we're at is another thing that kind of goes with the being healthy and happy, is like, I'm living with my in-laws right now to help them financially, and just for a while my mom's trying to get her disability approved, or Paul's mom. And so we're living here, so it's a good thing, and it's a step forward. It's for a good reason. It helps us and them in the long run. But as an adult with 2 kids and being married and having lived with people before and then getting your stuff together, like we lived with my parents, taking care of my dad for probably 8 out of the first 10 years of our marriage. And then in doing that and getting my own place, I felt like I had a new little comfort zone, a bubble, a routine, something, my own. And then when we moved in with them, it felt like a step backwards, even though it wasn't, because my head wasn't in the right place. And that's where personal development's come into play. I messaged Scotty a while back for some book recommendations. And so I have The Greater on repeat in my audio on Audible. And then the other things that I put is, by living a happier, healthier life, I'll be able to spend more time with my family and want us to travel more, and in turn be financially secure. Those go hand in hand. So I put that I wanted to help out my husband so he doesn't have to work so hard for us, because we're single income family unless I earn anything from this. And then with that, I just really want to feel whole, you know what I mean? And then I want to give that to other people. I want to teach other people how to find themselves again. So those are my things I want to work on, and the ways to get there. I wrote those down too. Consistency, and it's learning to lead by example. Like, we talk about this, we say we're going to do it, but for me, the way that I'm going to do that is to make more videos, and to like daily videos, short ones probably, and I'm gonna make them mostly for myself, and then share them probably weekly or snippets of them to show my progress as I'm going through 80-day obsession, since I restarted it because I gave up on myself. So there you go. And yeah, so sharing and getting to know myself and leading by example, I think all of those are key, and this business or opportunity won't work without any of those. And I mean, I've been here since 2013, so I'm proof of that. And it's also never too late. So
Yes, never too late to start. And you've had an awesome transformation over the years as well. One thing about Juliana, you guys that are newer, you can tell doesn't she just speak like so freely? Like, she needs to be on video teaching people and sharing. So like, when she came to our team retreat 2 years ago, I just remember how clearly and articulate you can share your ideas and thoughts. So you have a gift, and I know that that'll help a lot of people, Juliana.
One of these days I'll start listening to you.
Today you are. I know it. Okay, Froso, we're going to give you a shot. We only have, just so you know, 7 minutes till I have to do my coach opportunity, or my challenge group opportunity call. So we'll let Froso go, and then I'll be short, which will be a miracle for me. Okay. I'll unmute you, Prosom.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, cool. So for me, my main thing that I think about is to have my own house, which also it would mean that I financially made it. And my other main thing, which isn't so much financial, is like I've put a few posts out there about this. It's about, I feel like for the past 13 years I've not been living. Like, you can take a snapshot of any day the past 13 years and it's been, nothing's really changed, and I'm not, my social circle has shrunk, if anything, and I'm getting more and more in a routine and in a rut. And I want my life in bloom. Like, I want my partner, I want, more friends, more memories. It's not. It's been the same one person in the same working relationship for the past 13 years. So that is one thing. And I don't know if it will end up being tied to a financial thing, if it will come with the money, which I don't think it has anything to do with that at all. But again, I want success in every aspect, and I don't mean financial. I just mean I want to use this thing that we've been given, and I'm not taking advantage of it at all. And the other thing that I want is to make a difference, and that only occurs to me when I'm speaking to someone who's struggling financially. And I think if only I was in a stage with Beachbody where I was making money, I'd be able to hand this person this opportunity and say, hey, this is what I'm doing and it's helping me. And every time, I mean, my brother's a prime example. He's struggling a lot. And I think I have to do my best so I can then say to whoever's close to me and struggling, look, here's a solution. And it only occurs to me when they tell me, and I kind of regret that I'm not in a position to help them out. To do those things, I have to step out of my comfort zone, maybe daily, as often as I can in any case. And I need to be consistent with this business. Like, I'll have a huge drive and then I'll maybe do nothing for a week, and I need to be consistent in that. Another thing I wrote down but then I realized was I need to maybe cut ties with this one person and change and just cut out my safety net. But then I realized that I'm using that as a scapegoat. So, and I've actually written down, I'm using that as a scapegoat as opposed to what I'm not doing right. I'm saying, oh, the reason I'm not doing these things is because of this comfort net, this safety net, as opposed to saying the reason I'm not moving forward is because I'm not doing the things that will pull me out of this. Yeah. And I've only just realized that, because for a long time I was saying, if I cut this person out and change my routine and get rid of my safety net, then I will do the things, as opposed to if I do the things, then I can move on. And I've only just realized that today, awesome. Right now. So they're my things.
Chills.
Yeah.
And that's what I want each and every one of you guys to understand is know is you get to make the decision, like, who you are and who you want to be today, and act as that person today. And that's the only way you're going to get to where you want to be. So I don't really have time to share mine because I just have a couple minutes, but I want you guys to go deeper into writing out some of these goals and dreams, get more specific on some of them if they're not specific yet. And the one thing that really has stuck out to me is, I think it's Tony Robbins that shares it. He says that the universe most likely isn't giving you what you want because you haven't specifically told the universe what you want. We're just like, I want some more financial success, or I want to make more money. And, you find $1 on the street and the universe is like, there you go. There's your more money. You need to be more specific about your goals. More about what you want to accomplish in every area. It could be in your marriage, in raising your kids, in running your business. I'll just share a couple of my dreams, and I'll just do them fast. I think I shared them last week, so I won't actually go into detail on too many of them. I got 2 minutes. So mine aren't even money, if you guys will, nowadays. Some of them are. Like, mine is love, happiness, deep intimacy, eternal relationships, wealth of mind, body, and spirit, freedom from my past, contribution, abundance of time, energy, and love, seeing myself grow to my full potential, friendships that are deep and genuine, mastering truly who I am, raising an incredible and righteous family, to write a book to help other people, to give others opportunities to realize their dreams, to give without ever fearing or worrying if there will be enough to give in the future, to love every moment and interaction of every day, to honor my past and have respect for who it has made me into, to be wildly in love, head over heels with my wife, to live a very long, fulfilling life of love and contributions. And then here's some specific ones, goal-wise, financial, I guess, is to buy Gabby her dream home in Salt Lake City, and also to fully own 5 vacation rental homes. And the reason is I've said the bigger reason on that. The long-term reason is I want my 5 kids to be able to learn how to manage them and run them and make an income from it, so they can provide for their families that way and choose what they want to do with their career, not based on money, but based on what they want to do. But I want to have those paid off in the next 10 years, so that the rental income from that provides an income that supports my family, so that anything I make with Beachbody, it can be given, invested, can be given to help other people. And then here's my 3 biggest, boldest actions that I need to move me forward. Completely love myself, number 1. Forgive myself completely of my past. And number 3, be present and grateful for everything that I have. And that is important for me. And the last question I want you guys to ask yourself later is, why is it important for you to get rid of those things, eliminate those things, and for you to accomplish your goal? It's important for me because I only have one life to live, and I only have one opportunity to raise my kids right, to love my wife, to just live my life. I only have one chance, and each of us only has that one chance, and I want to do the absolute best that I can. And then this world, like, I believe, will be very wealthy financially, but I want to be remembered as Scotty impacted my life. And because of that, that helped me raise my kids better. Because of that, my kids have great lives. And because of that, like, that's the kind of legacy I want to live. So it's important to me that I do these things. So, yeah, I got to get on this call. So I got to have integrity with my scheduled appointment. But I love this. And I want you guys to go look real quick.